Simply, do you have the words right now?
Yeah, look, it's gutting. Such a dominant start. If you score one of them chances, probably in the first 15, 20 minutes, the game completely changes on its head. And then just the small margins in football, 2 mistakes from us, 2 goals for them, and obviously with the chances we'd missed, it just felt like it wasn't meant to be. We give it absolutely everything. In this competition, you're either in or you're out, and over the 2 legs, could have scored 3 or 4 goals, to be honest with you, but Donnarumma's been unbelievable, and you got to look at the small margins. It just obviously wasn't meant to be.
Quarterfinals last year, semi-finals this year. Next year, what does get this over the line?
Yeah, look, in life in general, I think sometimes you have to lose a few in order to win, and you have to overcome some of these setbacks to mentally grow and grow as a person and as a player and as a group. And I think we're going through that stage at the minute after a few losses in terms of losing out in the league, coming close in the Champions League back-to-back years. So look, we're growing as a team, as people, but we need to keep pushing and keep believing. This is why we play this sport. There's going to be setbacks along the way. PSG have obviously gone through tonight. We're absolutely gutted, but this isn't going to define us for sure. We're going to be back, and when we get our players back, they've been out for a very long time. We're going to be a much stronger outfit, so we've got to keep going.
Do you think ultimately not having the full squad when you get to this point in a competition is actually a bit of a game changer?
Yeah, it's tough. We've done the whole season without 5 or 6 of our best players, and to be where we are and to do what we've done has been unbelievable. Fully stand by that. In the end, the group of players that have gone out there have given it absolutely everything. The whole squad has, even the players that flew over with us tonight that have been injured, every staff member, and everyone fully believed. And I think you could see that from the first whistle, how much we believed we could win, and go out there and put on a performance. And like you said, on another night, we maybe scored 2 or 3 tonight. It was just that first 20 minutes where they score. We obviously had them chances where we didn't score. It was a real kick in the teeth. So, we'll assess it. We'll be back, and 3 games left. It's been a really long season. We really, really wanted this one, but we'll keep pushing because this is why we play this sport. We want to win, and we want to do the best we can.
For you and that dressing room, you're in it every day. What's it like coming up so close each season and just not quite nailing that trophy, which is what ultimately everybody wants? Yeah,
we're all desperate for it. That's why we play football. That's why we play this game. We want to win trophies. We want to be at the pinnacle of football, winning stuff. But like I said, obviously, for whatever reason, these last 2 years in the cup competitions in the Premier League, it hasn't been meant to be. We've been really, really close. It's obviously not good enough because Arsenal are a club that deserve to be winning trophies and deserve to be pushing. And there's not a lot more we can really be doing. But like I said, sometimes in life you have to go through these small losses in order to win big, and that's what a lot of these big superstars have done in the past. They've all suffered defeats to then come out on top, and I'm sure this group will, because it hurts. You see the boys in there, you see the manager. It's tough. It's a semi-final. We wanted to be in Munich, and it's obviously not meant to be, but it doesn't define us, like I said, and we'll be back for sure.
Thank you. Are you happy, or have you seen enough progress with your team this season?
100%. I don't think there's been a better team in the competition so far, what I've seen. But we are out tonight. We deserve much more, I think, in both games. But this competition is about the boxes, and in the boxes there are normally the strikers most of the time and a goalkeeper, and he was the best player in both games.
Ultimately, what do you want to do over the summer to make changes or add to get further?
I'm so proud of the boys, and what they deserve a lot of credit for what they're doing in the context and the situation, and with the amount of injuries. We have arrived here probably in the worst state that you can arrive as a team. You have to get here with everybody fit, available, with a lot of minutes, with rest, like they had a week. We come here in a completely different context and still do that. So that gives me a lot of positivity for the future. But tonight I'm very upset.
And Mikel, thank you for talking to us anyway.
Left-footed players in this type of situation, ball bouncing with your right, you need to put your foot above the ball instead of under. If not, it goes up and it went up.
What about your pronunciation of Kvaratskhelia these days? Not bad, is it?
Yes, we're getting there, aren't we?
Yes,
We're getting
great,
there.
End of the
Jamie.
season?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. I'm hosting things. I'm taking us on the show. I mean, I'm mixing with the hierarchy now of CBS.
Were they not always the hierarchy of CBS, or did you just mean as
No,
that?
Beckham and Friends. Well, they've only been here
we
two
were
shows.
just peasants.
No, I didn't understand you were talking about them. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
your new
was talking about
friends.
them.
Your new friends.
Well, yes, I'm in both friendship groups, you know.
Yeah. So you know when we go to the final,
Yes.
you know we like to go for a meal, don't we, the night before? Are you going with them or are you coming with us?
Wow.
I'm not sure. I don't think I get invited to Beckham and Friends because I'm one of the friends. I think it's just
No, you were the show.
host, you know.
You were actually the show.
Beckham and
Yeah,
Friends.
but what I'm saying
as
is
a host.
you must have, you made a good impression, I'm sure, you know.
Oh, do you think so, Jamie? Why? Did you think I did a good job?
I thought you did okay.
Oh, very okay. Okay, I'll take okay. Thanks.
Kate Beckham and Friends.
Should we rename it?
Yes, Kate Beckham and Friends.
Let's try.
I'm not sure they'll go for it. We are going to go to a very quick break, though, because you guys are going to get Daniels. From time to time.
Oh, at one point, he wasn't anymore. I don't know what happened.
Micah offended. You offended him.
Since
It was you.
Dortmund.
It was me.
No, but Micah, yeah, you also, the scarf, the scarf.
The likely candidates.
I think we've got work to do in the next couple of weeks, get him back on side.
Yes. Well, maybe you should be your charming self. I'm sure it will help. Let's go over to Paris and join our friends over there. Who's there for us? Peter, Micah.
Big
yes.
Meeks.
Oh, Ashraf. Hello. Good evening.
I feel like Ashraf Hakimi is
Ashraf
working
can't hear
for
us
us.
yet.
Ashraf, can you hear the studio?
Do you hear us now,
You might need to
Ashraf?
turn it up a little bit.
Ashraf!
Hello. Good evening. Congratulations.
How is that feeling? I mean, the celebration, come on.
I think it's amazing. I cannot describe this moment with the fans. You see the ambience. We work really hard since we start the season. I remember when we be out of Champions League, no one believed in us. So we work together. It was a difficult moment, but we deserve it.
I said before you was about top 2 fullbacks, but after watching it, I think you've just edged number 1 now. What an absolute performance that was! Wow.
Thank you.
Up, down, offensive, defensive, so much energy.
Yeah, in this kind of games, I motivate myself more than. No, I don't know. I just do what I like to do, make the people enjoy. I enjoy also play this kind of game, so I'm really proud for my game, for also the performance of the team, and I'm really happy.
What are you doing?
Can I see
Playing
this?
right back, right full back, and then you end up on the left-hand side and scoring the goal.
Just is the freedom that the coach give me. Yeah, the coach make me say for me go forward, be free, inside, outside, and I feel good in this kind of movement that the coach let me do, and I can make it in the pitch.
Can I ask you about the atmosphere in the stadium? It's one of the best, if not the best, I've ever heard.
I think yes. I think we have I don't know if it's the best or one of the best support stadium in the world. I'm really happy, proud to play in Paris Saint-Germain in front of these fans. We know that, like I said before, it's difficult moments in the season, but is the one of they believe in our work, and they support us always, and they also deserve these kind of moments.
I don't want to steal your moment, but I do have to ask you, first of all, do you know what you're holding? Have you ever had one of them that is yours?
In the Champions League, no. So it's good to hold it. It's amazing, and you fully deserve it.
This is part of the team. They deserve all the players that they play today. Also the player that didn't play, the coach, all the people is behind of this work. They deserve also the MVP.
Have you had one of these
Micah,
before,
Peter,
Peter?
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Ashraf,
No.
we're struggling to hear you guys. There's some kind of audio issues. We're having problems hearing you guys. Are we going to have to dip out, everybody? We're going to sort it out. Unfortunately, not
That's a
properly.
shame.
We'll sort it out. We'll come back to you and see if that makes a difference. Ashraf,
Get
try that a
another
second.
microphone
Okay,
in.
no, we'll fix it. We'll get it fixed because I know you had something you wanted to ask, didn't you, Thierry?
Yeah.
We'll get back there. I'm sure, in a few. Ashraf Hakimi, been on the show now in the first
he
leg.
works for us.
I know, I think
Yes.
so. Maybe we should offer him
Who's
some
got
kind
the
of
most
official role.
appearances, him or Thuram?
It's close.
What are we on, 4
Close.
each?
Oh, yeah.
What? You think Marcus has got more?
Must have, but just because we had 3 times Ashraf like in the last 3 shows.
Look at Paris there. That's incredible, isn't it?
No, it is. Look,
Thierry, tell me about the support. We see, Michael said there about the atmosphere. We saw the scenes at the end. You said to me before it's a great atmosphere. Only Marseille sort of betters it in France. We talk about Anfield and Borussia Dortmund, the Yellow Wall. I mean, is Paris sort of not given the recognition as a sort of fan base that other supporters are in Europe?
I would say that overall in France, I'll be honest with you, you go to Lens, you will have an amazing atmosphere. You go to Marseille, Saint-Etienne, a lot of teams I'm not going to. But yes, Paris Saint-Germain, the stadium is just magical. Parc des Princes is not supposed to be when you look at it because the stands are far. Normally you lose a bit of the authenticity of a football stadium. But the Parc des Princes is magical. I've seen amazing teams there. You guys all know that I'm from the suburb of Paris, so I used to go and watch the Paris Saint-Germain before there. And at one point they were dominant. They had a bit of problems. You know, it wasn't at times safe to go and watch the game at the Parc des Princes. So you have to give also, since the Qatari arrived, you have to give them a lot of credit because they made it a safe place, a place that is really recognized, a place that, you see the Paris Saint-Germain shirt everywhere. If I was in New York the other day, I saw the Paris Saint-Germain shirt everywhere, and now they're in a position to win the Champions League. The only team that wouldn't like that is Marseille. That's the only team. As a French guy, obviously they knocked Arsenal out. I am upset and I'm sad about that. But I'm also happy that Paris Saint-Germain can be in a situation where they can. That they can bring another star, you will say, for French football, because in our history we only have one, which is really poor. So hopefully they can do that, but you have to give this man that we see, because I'm looking at the screen on the other side, Luis Enrique, the way he built that team and what they did, how they changed the community, having that youth, that young team also, the fans can relate and see themselves in that team. So well done Paris Saint-Germain, and let's see what's going to happen. I just wanted to ask Hakimi, because Hakimi won the league with Inter. It's going to be a special game for him.
Well, we're trying to get that sorted. We'll hopefully go back to him. Hopefully he'll still be there. But yes, it is now official. We know what the final looks like. PSG and Inter Milan will be at the Champions League final on Saturday, May 31st. And the incredible news, so too will our team. Be sure to join Thierry, Jamie, Big Meats, myself and the entire crew live from Munich for the build-up to the biggest game in club football. We're excited for this one. We're going to bring you all the atmosphere.